Good morning and happy Tuesday. Welcome to Tuesday, even though it might feel like a Monday for you, like it does for me. I'm Kelsey Marier, your host and producer for Morning Pulse. I bring you these top local headlines in a conversational but quick formatted digital broadcast so that you know what news is going on where you live. And then you can go on with the rest of your day. Maybe you don't have time or the ability to watch a full newscast on your TV screen or your streaming device. Well, no need to worry. We bring you these local headlines on a digital format. You could be watching on your phone, your tablet, your computer, hopefully one of those. And then you can be watching also on our KTTC YouTube channel as well as our KTTC live stream on our website. So welcome into another edition of Morning Pulse on this Tuesday, September 2nd. We know a lot of people are heading back to school today for their first day of school. For all of those parents and kids, good luck and have a great first day. Otherwise, you may be just returning to work from the long holiday weekend. So welcome back, and we're going to get started in our Morning Pulse headlines here, local headlines in southeast Minnesota and northeast Iowa. We have 3 headlines to bring you today, and we are going to start in northeast Iowa, a story that we have been following for a little while now because it has been ongoing. So we're telling you that court trial is resuming today, this morning in Winneshiek County. Again, this is Iowa for the trial in the case against accused murderer James Bach-Murski. Again, this is a story we have told you about for several days and weeks leading into this trial, and now that the trial has started, if you don't remember, he is charged with second-degree murder in the death of 15-year-old Jade Colvin. She actually still has not been seen since March of 2017 after traveling to Iowa with her mother to live in Bach-Murski's farmhouse in Decorah. Her body has not yet been found, but the trial is picking up back up this morning for another day in this trial at 9 o'clock this morning. So in just about a half an hour, we do have a reporter on his way down, or if not already, in Winneshiek County. He has been covering this trial for all of its entirety so far, and he will be bringing us more updates today as developments happen. Again, this is in Winneshiek County, a trial for accused murderer James Bach-Murski. Our next story is taking us to Wabasha-Kellogg, that area, because of a widespread mold problem is causing that area school district to delay its start of the school year. So students at Wabasha-Kellogg Public School, if you didn't know, we're actually supposed to be returning to class for the first time for a new school year today. Well, that is not happening. We do know that cleaning is underway right now at the school because of, again, this widespread mold problem. New Superintendent Nels Onstad says, unfortunately, this issue was a result of hot and humid weather that took place over the summer. The superintendent says the district discovered this issue last week. Kind of unfortunate timing, kind of the worst timing that you could have right before the school year starts, which is why there is a delay in sending students and staff back to this school building. So we're told demolition and construction is necessary to kind of properly prepare its classrooms in the wake of this issue. Onstad says it's really difficult to say exactly how long the mold remediation is going to take, but again, cleanup and this work is currently underway to do that. Again, because students were supposed to be starting school today, well, that has now been delayed. We do not know when kids will actually be heading back to school. The superintendent says, of course, the district's #1 priority is safety and health for everyone involved here. And he does say that families will be notified of the progress in this remediation of the mold and kind of the construction around that. Families will also be notified of a brand new starting date for their kids to head back to school. So keep that in mind. Of course, this is a story that we are following closely. This is a very big deal for one of our area school districts here. So we'll continue to follow this and bring you any updates on air and online at kttc.com. So be sure to stay with us for any new updates with this story. And finally, our final story for Morning Pulse this morning, we are taking you to back to northeast Iowa in Clear Lake, because today the city there in Iowa is set to take up the topic of purchasing automated license plate reading cameras. This is at its city council meeting for today. The agenda does state that the city is looking to purchase 11 of these specific cameras, and that purchase, according to the agenda, is included in the 2026 budget. So the cost would be about $34,000 annually to get these cameras. And the city says that the cameras would only be used to identify license plates for finding missing people or missing vehicles or things like that. They're not going to be used for speed enforcement efforts. So that was something that the city and officials kind of wanted to make clear, that this is, again, for finding missing people or missing vehicles, not for speeding or anything like that. The ACLU, or American Civil Liberties Union of Iowa, kind of expressing some privacy concerns on its website surrounding these cameras. It says these systems, they create databases with location information on every driver who encounters the system. So they're raising some concerns about that. But again, the city council in Clear Lake, Iowa is set to talk about the purchase of these cameras today at its meeting, and that starts at noon. And so if we hear any developments that come out of this, if the purchase goes through or if it doesn't, or whatever happens in that city council meeting surrounding this particular issue today in Clear Lake, we will be sure to let you know. Again, you can find any of those updates online at kettc.com, and we will also work to get those details, those updates, those details for you on air as well. All right, that is all the news that we have for you on this Tuesday morning. Again, back to school and back to work for a lot of people after a Labor Day holiday weekend. We hope that it is a great day ahead for you. And in the weather department, today is kind of our last day of summer warmth, you could say. We will be seeing a little bit of rain, meteorologist Ted Schmidt says, for part of the day, kind of the later part of our day. However, it's going to be in the 70s, which is great, but we're going to be in for a big cool down for the rest of the week, kind of feeling a lot more like October. Definitely fall vibes in the temperature department for the rest of the day. So if you're loving the warmth, at least the warmth that we have right now, you're going to want to soak it in today, because it is going to be going away either for the rest of the year or maybe just for a little bit. We're unsure, but yeah, it's definitely going to be a drop off tomorrow. So just keep that in mind, and maybe keep the rain gear handy for you today, depending on when you're out and about today. We're going to be seeing those rain chances a little bit later in our day. So that is all the news and weather I have for you on this Tuesday. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you right back here for another edition of Morning Pulse on Wednesday.